All right. In our previous class, we tried to look what is HTML basics, and I believe that everybody have taken his time to practice all this. This is the first class that we had, and I know that everyone have practiced this. If you have not, please don't hesitate not to watch the first class in our channel. So because I don't need to go back repeating it, just go and watch it, because we need to utilize our time to meet up to so many things that we need to meet up in this course. So not wasting time, because I would not like to be giving you hefty information, but little we go and we move, so that the journey of tech will not be stressful or boring to you. So we'll be looking into, let me create another folder so that you understand. This is day one. Let me create this folder. Day one. This is day one now. I'll move these things. Move. I'll move them. I'll move them into. Oh, okay. Let me create day two. Day two. So in day two, we'll be looking into some kind of how to link maybe a website, or link our CSS to HTML. What is CSS? How CSS happened to come in, how it worked with the HTML. You have to know how CSS is working in line with HTML. And with what, if you try to, or if you happen to be following this our first class and do a little more research on HTML, you know that this little thing that we did here, this thing that you call little, have almost cover almost all the whole course outline of HTML. I don't need to come and be taking you to too much theory, but I have to give you the vital information, the vital tools you need to become a full stack developer. So please take serious of all this class and the information. Then, as I said earlier, we are looking into CSS. We're going to look into what is CSS and how we are going to link it into HTML. I hope you all get me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Now, in our day two, we are still going to repeat this same code. We are still going to repeat this. I will create another file in day two and call it HTML basic 2.html. Remember, I have to paste what I copied in this day two. Let me copy this. Copy. Come here. Paste. day two. This is my day two. I will still come here, create another file, then I will call it day two CSS. No, day two this day two CSS dot CSS. Day two CSS dot CSS. That's the extension file, the extension name dot CSS. As HTML extension dot HTML. CSS is dot CSS. So I'll create that file. Now,
It,
all
sorry,
how
give the two another folder that you created or something. The two before you started.
I didn't get you, sir.
I said this the two. Is the another folder or new this thing? Fine.
Is a new folder that's as in today is day two now.
Okay.
You can see this is day one, which we have already taken care of. Let me delete this before it's
Meaning the
yeah we
course
have.
outline, the course
You said
outline for day two. I said
you
meaning the
said
course. I said meaning the course outline for day two.
yeah. So it thank you for that. Yeah, you are with us.
The-
So I hope you understand now.
Yes.
Okay. So I have to what with the HTML that we have in our day one is what I paste in our day two. So I just created a new file CSS in day two. So we need to start coding our CSS. So now we want to give you know how these our let me check copy parts. Can you see my screen? Oh, okay. Let me let me share this in a way that you will see. Let me share my entire screen. You can see my screen now, right?
Yes, sir.
This is what we have here. What we have here. This is it here. Do you get that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's do some CSS. And the CSS we are going to do is font. This font. Let's use CSS to work on this font. On this font. Let's see how CSS is going to work on this HTML that we have already. Do you not notice that my image is not showing? Do you know why it's not showing? Can someone help us? My image is not showing. Do you know it's saying image not found? Do you know why it's not found? Can someone help us? Any idea so that we can move on? If no idea, let me know that there's no idea.
No idea.
I think that day you wrote a one of while you are writing the program. So you are the one that instructed it not to show when you are doing those nested and unnested stuff.
No,
So I'm
no,
not
no, that's not it, sir. Why it didn't show is that, see, you see the part name where the
Mhm.
image is. Remember, I've moved it to the one folder.
Okay.
So that means the part name have changed. So it's no longer where it is before. So I have to come back and put it, copy the new part.
Okay. Okay.
I have to come back, copy the new parts and paste it and save. Then when I come back, you can see it's now up.
Okay.
I hope you all get what I did.
Yes.
Okay,
I.
thank you. Okay, let's move ahead. So in our HTML, you can see that we have H1. We have we now understand what our HTML headings are, right? We have our heading, we have our body, we have our paragraphs. Are you getting me?
Yes,
We have our paragraphs
and the listing.
and the lists. So let's do some styling on font. Let's do some font styling. That is all we'll do today, so that I don't bug you with too much information. We have H1 here. You can see H1, right? So I will come here and say, I'll say H1. I'll open it with a column bracket. Just wait. Hold on a little. Hold on a little. Let me check something. Let me check something before we move ahead. I want to check something before we move ahead. Okay. So we have H1. Then we have to say font. Immediately you type font, you will see font family. Select font family. You don't need to start typing it full. So inside this font family, we all know what font family is, what fonts are. We have array, right? Am I correct?
Yeah, bold and
Hmm?
you're right.
Okay. Now, this before this array will take effect in H1, we need to link this CSS to our HTML. Do you all get me? So to link it, I'll come to the HTML and come to this head. You see our head. I'll open a link tag. Link. Then I will say style sheets because that's what I want to. I want to link the relationship. Style sheets. Then the href will be the name. The name. The href is the name of the file, which is the two CSS. Then I'll close it. I'll save. Do you see how I linked it?
Yes, sir.
I hope you all understand how I linked it. I'm believing that everybody understand how I linked it. Hello. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. I get you, sir.
Please, do you all understand how I link this thing?
Yeah, I get you, sir.
Okay. Now let's check the effects. Do you see our H1? Do you see how the fonts have changed? Do you identify anything?
Yes, yes, yes. Make it to strike.
The H1 have changed.
Mm.
What other font name do you know?
Kaoma,
Hmm?
Kaoma, T
Spell it.
T
T-A-H-O-M-A.
A H O M A.
I will save. And I will come here and check. Do you see any change
Yeah.
Yes,
in our H1? Do you
yes,
see?
yes.
Yeah. Mm.
Do you see how is working?
Yeah.
So if you still want to give it color, you can say fonts. You see, is it? Uh, can make it color. Is it color? Not color.
Color is not
Okay,
part of the.
let's use here.
You can use the area. Okay.
We said
No, no, continue, continue. I thought you wanted to change the font again. So I was just making suggestion.
okay.
Yellow.
No, it didn't change. It didn't appear.
Maybe that's not the command.
That's not the command. So I will leave it for you people to do. It's not that I cannot do it. Color your font.
Actually,
Let's try this cohesive. Cohesive. Let's see how it what it will how it will apply. Did I save it?
that's what I wanted to ask. Even that earlier time that you put color, I don't know if you remember to save it.
Okay. You know, let me check this other one. Gray. No, why is not?
That's another font. Full time.
You said?
I said another font. You put another
Yes,
font.
another font. Yeah. Okay.
Color is as color. The yellow.
Are you seeing what is happening here?
Yes, sir.
So all our H1 now is what in yellow.
Yellow.
You can see this is H1 too. This is H1. So meaning that anything you use H1, whenever you use H1 in CSS, you want to style anything that is H1 in HTML. You can see here is our this is that's H1. You can see the H1 here, the attributes. You can see the H1 here, the first one after the body. So, and when we use H1 in CSS, these details will apply to anything that is H1 in the HTML. That's why you are seeing yellow here, yellow here. Understand? Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then let's look at the paragraph. Let's tie the paragraph P. Paragraph P. Whenever you open P, the way we open use the way we use tags in HTML is not the way we use in CSS. We use curly brackets. Immediately you type the tag name is P or H1. You use curly brackets to open it. Once you open it, like let's say we want to style the paragraph. Let's say font family, font, font of the font of the paragraph we want to style. Let's say we use which other one should we use? Which name should we use? Who is with me? Which font name again should we use?
Times New Roman. Banana.
Hmm?
Times New Roman.
Okay. We'll now use it. Let's say font weight. the weight of the font, make it 400. Font style, the style that you want it to be. Do you want it to be italic, normal, oblique? How do you want it to be? Normal,
Italic. Italic.
italic.
That's how we know the effect.
Okay. Then the font size. What's the font size? The font size. Let's use 20 pixel. 20 pixel. So let's look. Let me save and let's check the, the effects. Can someone identify what we did in paragraph? In our paragraph, this is our paragraph.
Yes.
This is another paragraph.
Okay.
Can you see the effects?
Yes. Yes.
That what the size, the italic, the time romance, the weight, the size is what is there. If you want to increase the size or the weight, you can increase the weight and increase it to 500. You have seen it have reduced, but you might not be noticing it, but the weight is increasing and reducing. I don't know if you are getting me. The size, you can change the size. Let's say 50. I save. I check. You can see 50 is much, right?
It's big.
Yeah. So we don't need to go with 50. We'll go with 20. We'll check it. It's back normal, right? Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's check for the body. This is the body. The body. The body is from here. From here. The body of the HTML is from here to here. That's the content, everything that is inside the body. Do you get that?
Yes, sir.
So we'll go to CSS. Then we'll come and call body. We'll open it with curly brackets. Now we'll say font size of the body. Let's use font because we are still working on fonts. We are using fonts. We say 20 pixel. Then there's what they call ID, class. You understand? Class. Class, when you are talking about class, that's in HTML. In CSS, it's called ID. ID starts with hash. You can say 2. We open it. I will show you how we have to use that ID. We'll say, let's say, apart from pixel, you can use 10 EM. It's still CSS measurement. Any confusion?
Not at all.
Any
As
confusion?
like the EM is just like another like another unit.
Mm-hmm. So Inside that body, let's make our paragraph. Let's work on our paragraph. We want all our content in the body to be italic. And we want all the weight to be bold. Can we center the H1s, all the H1s in the body to the document? Let's center it. We'll now say test align. Center. Do we get what we just do now? Any confusion? Any confusion? Any confusion? Hello, nobody is talking. And no, when nobody is talking, and we are how many here? We almost 5 up to 6 here, but only one person is just talking.
Yeah, fix that.
Only one person is talking, and others are just keeping silent. These are an interactive class.
I'm lost somehow, but I'll follow up on this thing later. I don't want to draw you back. I'll follow up from the video recorded.
Okay, sir.
I'm fully with you, sir. Continue.
Okay, thank you. So let's check what we have coded so far. Do you see that all our H1 is in the center?
Yes.
I have test align it to the center. Even this one too.
But sir,
You can
I
see.
thought
You thought what?
you said H1 in the body.
H1 what?
I thought you said H1 inside the body are the one that you want to centralize.
I said this is the body. Everything that is inside the body. This is body. Remember, this is the body in our HTML. This is
Yes.
where we open the body. This is where we open the body, like the body of the letter.
Okay. Yes.
This is where we close the body. Are you getting me?
Okay.
So all these things are inside the body. All these things, both the H1, the paragraph, the list, the image, everything, the link are inside the body. Are you getting me?
Yes.
So instead of us to come and be doing H1P differently, one after the other, we can just open body and start doing it. Do you get that now?
Yes.
Do you understand it?
Yes.
Even see, this is H1 now. We did H1. We did paragraph differently. And the effect took place, which we have seen. Now, and I just explained to you the body. This body now, even the H1 are inside the body. But we open this thing inside the body. See where we open. See the open it here. Are you getting me?
Yes.
Mhm. We open the body, and the paragraph. What we are using here, the paragraph, what we are doing here is not If you check this font, is the font weight is bold. The font weight here is what? 500. The font style here is what? Italic. The font size here is italic. But the font family is not here. Is not the style is not here. The hedge one, if you check the hedge one, that the H1, the font family is this, but we put another alignment here. It's not it doesn't stop any of them, but it will work together. But I cannot come here and type font family again in the same H1. I've used it and I cannot. If I'm using it again, like here now, I have used here italic, and I repeated it here again. It will still come out one result. Are you getting me?
Yes.
Mhm. So this is what we just did. The italic style and the weight remains, but we now center it. Everything is now bold because we make it to be bold. We ask it to be bold. Do you understand?
Okay.
That's what we coded it here. So for the ID, let me for the ID, for the ID, yeah, that's ID. You see this two we have here, this hash two. I can come into this any of this and say into H3 and say ID 2. This is 2. This is the ID. We'll come here and say I inserted it in H3 ID 2. This is my heading 3. Let's check our heading 3 and see the a part. This is my heading 3. You can see the impact. Make it to be the 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 font size to increase. You get that? Hello, are we together?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, we
So
are.
so that's how that one is. So this ID, let me just do another example in this ID so that you understand me before we close for today. This ID, Let me come here and say in CSS top, and I open the curly brackets. I say border, and I put it 4 pixel, and I make it solid and blue. Let me make it solid and blue. Okay, that's the border. Then I make the width to be 10%. That's the width. I'm adding border. I made the text to align to center. Then what again? Margin. I margin it to be the margin to be authored. So let me look where I'll add this top in our HTML. Where will I add this top? Should I add it in our list? Let me add it in the list and see what will happen. ID. What is that top? Let me see what. Let's see how it works. Oh, did you see? Did you see it? Did you see the impact? So we give a border to the list. This is what we just did in the CSS. We put a border. We name the ID to be top, and we want to put a border. And we'll put a border with the border size to be 4 pixel and to be solid, and the color should be blue. The width to be 10%. The width of it to be 10%. The text align should center, and the margin should be authored. The margin of the thing should be authored. That means we want to put a border in our list. This our list: first item, second item, and fourth item. We want to put in a list, and we have successfully added it in a border. The list, we have successfully added it in a border. Do we all see it?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So let me do another one more in CSS. We have done about top. Let me do bottom. And I'll open it. I'll call border. I'll still give it the 4 pixel. Give it solid to be red. Let me make it red. Then width to be 50%. Padding. When you're watching this class, when you're reversing this class, try to, whatever you don't understand, try to research about it, because I cannot give you, if I start talking everything here, we will not achieve much. Padding and text align. I have to test it to the center. So this is border, how to add border using CSS in HTML. So let me put it, that's it, we use bottom. Where will I put it now? Let me put it inside this nested. Is it? Let me put it inside this nested list. I will now say ID bottom. That's the name. That's the name. ID. Bottom. So let's check. Let me save. Did you see it? Did you see it?
Yes.
I hope we see it, right? So you can put a border in your in your body in your body. It depends on the percentage you want it to be. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
So this is where I will be stopping today for us to practice so far, so that we'll forge ahead. Before we continue next class, I will want everybody to display his screen or to communicate to us. Yes, display his screen to show us all he has done based on what we have done so far.
Okay, sir.
So please take your time, watch the video. If you don't understand anything, don't hesitate to use not to use the WhatsApp link. Chat or use the YouTube channel. Drop your questions. I will be there to answer you or to help you out. I just want us to grow in this journey, and I don't want us to be wasting much time, because I want to make sure that with the little time that we will get, we'll learn more, we'll gain more, we'll be more smarter. You understand? We'll have to be more smarter in in this game. So please try to take your time, watch the video, make some research in anything you don't understand. Use the YouTube channel, drop your question. Use the WhatsApp channel, drop your question. I'm always here and ready to help you, so that we can grow together and start developing websites and hosting and doing other things that we can collaboratively work together. So if there is any question, please here, or you can use the our channels as I mentioned earlier. So I'll allow time for some few questions, please, for people that are present here.
Mm.
Any questions so far? Any questions so far? So in respect of that, I believe that there is no question. So let's please make use of our YouTube and learn. I'm ready to help everyone to grow in this journey of tech. Thank you once again, and good night, my people.
Thank you, sir.
See,
Welcome.
see you on Thursday.
Okay, sir. Good night.
All right.